Hey, Chris here with Klingspor's Woodworking Shop, and welcome to Coffee and Grit. Today, we are parked right outside in our Hickory store location. I am in front of the dust collection fittings because, well, guess what? If you're a woodworker or just about any kind of shop, you're going to need dust collection. Well, if you got dust collection, well, you're going to need fittings. Well, I'm fitting to show you some really good options here behind me. So let's just go a little closer and let's take a look. So we have an array of different fittings. We have 4-inch, 3-inch, 2.5, 2, 1. We've got adjustable fittings, tapered fittings, big fittings, small fittings, and everything in between. We've even got clamps to clamp your fittings and your dust hose. So let me just show you a few of what we got going on here. So we've got a variety of different things, whether that be in the different sizes of hose. If you need clamps, we've got your wire clamps and your hose band clamps. So just to give you an idea here, we've got your wire and your band. So whatever you're trying to clamp, whatever size hose, anything from 2 inches all the way to 4 or 5, we've got you covered there. Now, we've got a variety of specialty fittings, whether that's some kind of little dust hood in a couple different options. We got you covered when it comes to those. I don't drop them on my head. If you're trying to build your own table saw flange, we've got you covered here. All you need to do is figure out the rest of this using some scrap wood, and you've got a nice little drop down fitting. So we have a whole array of different options here in the store, at all 4 stores actually, online and in our catalog. So if you got any questions about anything that you see that I don't cover, we're always available. Leave us a little comment below, or you can call us or reach out to us via our chat line. So let's come on down the line a little more. Oh, excuse me there, didn't mean to kick you. This is one of the more popular fittings that we carry. And if you're doing a variety of things, stand still. If you're doing a variety of different things, this soft, flexible, tapered fitting will adjust to just about any. You can take your box cutter and cut it. And if you look closely, this has a slight wedge to it. And that wedge, yeah, you're in camera, I wasn't sure. This slight wedge will allow you to taper fit into a lot of things. Let me give you an example. Okay, so this is a 2.5 to 1.5 adapter. Well, this right here will taper fit perfectly right inside that. Well, if you go to this and trim this somewhere back in here, that then will slip over this end instead of inside of it. The other end, kind of along the same lines. This is the same size as this, but because this is flexible, you could actually work this in to get this to slip over that fitting if you worked hardly. Of course, now that I'm on camera, it's not going to want to do it. But if you did a little heat gun with this, and this would slide inside of that. So this is very, very popular. We sell a lot of these. I keep these in my shop because I'm using them about all the time. So make sure I put that back in the right spot. So we have a variety of other options. Now this is a swivel. So if you're trying to set up something like a CNC, guess what? We have got you covered with this. This can be mounted up top, and this will remain swivel. So whatever you're trying to do, it might not be a CNC, but this is a good application. I actually have this sitting above my CNC, controlling, allowing my hose to move along the table, while the main dust collection setup right here is housed where it needs to be. We've got different blast gates. We carry both the metal and the plastic. One of the benefits of the metal blast gates is you can see that through hole there. What that does is when you raise and lower this, it clears your debris out. So whereas the plastic doesn't have this traditionally, so what happens is if you get dust down into this little crevice, it ends up packing down in there. Well, that never works out good because that could leave you with a slight gap instead of fully closing. So the metal, always going to close. And quick tip on that, the little screw that locks the lid back, you want the screw facing the tool that you're working with. You want the lip here facing back towards your dust collector. Why? Because when you press this screw, it pushes this lid back against this back plate. So that prevents any leaking that may occur along this setup. So quick tip, always have the screw facing you if you're setting these up in your shop. We've got a variety of different quick adapters, some with the thread that'll actually thread into the hose. And then this has a tapered port that'll slip over top of a port coming out of a tool or a machine. We have these in 2.5, 3, 4. We got them in a variety of sizes for a variety of different setups. Now, I don't want to go through all of this, but we carry elbows, we carry tees, We have a variety of different options, even with a quick blast gate. I'll show you this here. Notice there's no exit port down here on the bottom. So this is a double quick blast gate. So you'd need no wire clamps or hose clamps with this, because you thread your hose on, and this creates a nice little blast gate in the middle of a run. So we got different versions of that, and a variety of everything else, from traditional T's and elbows, which I typically recommend people stay away from T's. Go with an elbow or a 45. I always recommend going with a Y instead of a T. Why do I say that? Well, because you want that dust to have minimal restriction. If this was a supply pipe for air or for water, it wouldn't be as big a deal, but you're actually trying to evacuate and create less friction. So going with a Y instead of a T is creating less friction. So this Y, this is going back towards your dust collector. So this gives you the best option for minimal resistance and minimal mess up inside your machine. So we have all sorts of stuff here at Klingspor's Woodworking Shop. Again, you check out our catalog, go to a website, check them all out. If you've got questions, we can get you sizes, specific setups. Feel free to type right in the chat line and say, hey, I've got this tool with this ID or this OD. What would you have in an adapter or a reducer or a fitting that might work with that? Because we've got access to all of the different sizes, and some of are already listed on the website on the particular product. Well, this is Chris out here in the dust collection land, making sure that you breathe safer with the right adapter, the right fitting, the right clamp to do the job for you. Well, y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Today's presentation of Coffee and Grit is brought to you by Woodworker Joe Whole Bean Coffee, a perfect blend of light, medium, and dark roast, roasted and packaged right here in North Carolina, exclusively at woodworkingshop.com.
If there's a product you'd like featured on Coffee and Grit, let us know at 800-228-0000 or email us at tech@woodworkingshop.com.